Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. So today's video, the weekly outlook video, it's going to take a little bit of a new look. So what I have been doing a lot of research on is to find potential swing trade ideas and share them with my subscribers, my Discord group, and anybody that's watching these videos. I noticed three very, very nice setups. Now, they're not just nice setups where I think they're going to go up. These are low risk, high reward setups. If you have watched my channel in the past, you know that my number one goal in teaching anybody trading or the markets is capital preservation, saving those big losses and not having to incur them. It's very, very important to manage your risk. So I found three great low risk entries that are going to possibly show their face this coming week. And I'm going to break down in detail exactly where I think the buy zone should be, where your take profit should be, and most importantly, the risk management side of these swing trades, which is where you'll take your stop loss. We all hate to take a loss, but you cannot possibly go into a trade without having where you're going to stop out in case the trade does not go right. Not every trade is going to go right. Day traders, the best day traders, are between 60 and 68% accurate. That means that they're wrong 4 times out of 10. So I'm going to show you three very nice looking setups, but that doesn't mean that they have to go the way that I think they're going to go. There's a high probability that they're going to, and I did a lot of research. We're just going to need the overall market to also be, with us. But just, before I get into sharing what I'm about to share with you guys, and we'll start with, how the market reacted and looked last week and the levels that I see for this week with the SPY and the Qs and the S&P 500 futures. I'll start the video that way, and then we'll get into those three beautiful swing trades. Now, before I share it, please realize that this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm noticing. Take it as you wish, but do your due diligence before you put your own money on the line. This is very important. Before you do anything, before you listen to anyone, you have to do your own due diligence. So you hear somebody say something, you might like my trades, but before you just go and take them, do your own research. It's your money in the end, and I want you guys to realize that. And, I'm such a big proponent of managing your risk that I would really like for you guys, before you get into it, to do your own research, maybe just check my work, whatever you want to do before you even consider putting your money on the line. And that goes with anybody you see on YouTube, on the internet. These are 3 free picks. This is just, I do a lot of technical analysis. This is just what I noticed setting up really nicely. So anyway, we got all that out of the way. Let's get to the charts. sharing the screen. Okay, so this is last week's trading week. This is the futures. Okay, so we have, let's just dial it in. This is the past week. The market has done nothing but go straight up. And as you can see, the RSI is, it's over, the market is overbought. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The market is overbought. And what you see here with the futures, it's going right up to our resistance area. This area should see a little bit of resistance. The futures are still trading, even though the market is closed. Today is July 5th. July 4th holiday fell on a Sunday. So today, wow, that sun is strong. Hang on one second. Okay, moving the equipment. All right, hang on one second. I could really not even see the screen right now. Okay, so the S&P futures. These levels that you see are levels that I have found in the past using technical analysis, volume, price action, you name it. These are areas where there's support and resistance. Now, the market has really broken out nicely. It's very, 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 very strong market. Where do we see resistance here? Maybe it will happen on Tuesday, maybe it won't. But these are just the levels that you will see a lot of business being done at. Now, that's the futures. Let's just take a look at the SPY, which is the exact same thing. This is just an ETF. Same thing. We have resistance up here at the 434 area. Now we have a very big gap. This is a pretty big gap here that we got on Friday. So that's that, those levels there. And I'll post all these on Discord tomorrow morning and on Twitter also tomorrow morning. But I just want to show you guys where the overall market has come from. Higher highs, higher lows. This is the tech. Look at this breakout from 354 all the way to 359. And then we hit resistance up here. Very strong market, like I said, okay? This is the markets. Now let's get to those 3 swing trade ideas that I know you all are dying to see. So they're right here, and we're going to start with good old Peloton. Now, when I look to swing trade, I always look at the daily chart. Now, on the daily chart, these are my indicators. I use the 20 EMA, the 50 SMA, and the 200 SMA. Those are the 3 indicators that I use on my swing trading and the daily charts. Over the 20 for swing trading is very bullish. If you're over the 20, and you can see here, Peloton has used the 20 as support all the way up. So when a stock is bullish, it's very, very strong over the 20 on the daily chart. So Peloton, and I'll bring up right here, it is hot out here. Hang on one second. Bear with me. All right, so this is what we're looking at with Peloton. If you guys want, you can take a screenshot right now of this. You can jot it down. You can take notes. But this is Peloton. The current price is $121.60, and I'll get into showing you on the charts. But this is where the most important stuff is going to take place. In my mind, doesn't mean I have to be right, but just looking at the charts, doing my technicals, this is what I see. Current price is 121. The buy zone, I would want to get in between 116 and 118, if possible. My take profit will be the break of 127. I'm going to show you on the charts exactly why all of these are going to be coming into play. And the most important part, the risk management on this trade will be to cut the loss at 114 or under. This is going to be under the 20 EMA, which means it's now going to be bearish, and under the trend line that I'm about to show you. All right, so let's get into the charts. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. And I'm just going to zoom in on this right here. So Peloton ran into what was previous resistance. Again, it saw resistance right here at the 127. So when I said take profit, when we get involved in this trade, I'm going to prefer to get involved around the 20 EMA, which will be, roughly, like I said, about 116, even to 119, because I like using the 200-day SMA, which is used as resistance here. You could get support at about 119 on the 200-day. So that could be a good entry as well. So I'm looking at anywhere between 116 and 119 right here. I'll see if I could make this a little clearer for you guys. Let's see, 119. So right there, that little area there, that could be your buy zone. Now, I would get involved here or a bounce off of the trend line that is very well established here. When it does bounce, a breakthrough 127 will be where I take my profits. This is a nice setup for a potential break of 127. And it could go on heavy volume. So this is something that I'll definitely be keeping on my radar. And one thing I recommend also is set alerts. Hopefully you guys know how to do that, but I would definitely set alerts just in case you're not at your computer when price hits a certain point, that you can be alerted to your cell phone, whatever, your Apple Watch, whatever you have, you're alerted to the price, and then you could log into your broker and either get involved, take a look at it, whatever you want to do. So that's Peloton. We went over the buy zone, where I would take profit, and most importantly, where I would cut the loss, which would be under the 20 EMA or under this trend line, something around that area there. Now, going to the second one, Chewy. This is just a very nice company. Ryan Cohen, a lot of people grabbed pets during the last year. This is a stock that has continued to show some growth, and it is showing higher highs and higher lows and a very well-established trend line. So let's get into the specifics like we did with Peloton. I just have to share the screen here with you. All right, Chewy. Okay, so looking at Chewy's current price, $80.50. The buy zone would be now. So seeing what happens on Tuesday where the market opens up, I would look to get involved. The take profit on this will be from 88 to 90. Maybe you could take a certain amount off, let a little bit run, whatever you think you want to do on that. The risk management is going to be to cut the loss under 78, which would be the break of the trend line. So let's get to the charts, just like we did with Peloton. We're over the 20. Now this is the daily. Like I said, we're over the 20. We are seeing a little bit of resistance at the 200-day, but we bounced off this trend line. Now this bounce is the third bounce, and it usually will provide that next leg up here. As you can see, we made a higher high right here at about 84 area from the previous high, which was about $80 to $81. It's making higher lows, and that's what you can see here with the trend line. We're over the 20 EMA. We're looking good. So this is where I would be looking to get involved. So we already bounced off the trend line. That's why I wrote to get involved now. This is the time to take the trade. You cut your loss, which is very limited risk. That's why I like taking these trades. These trades that are on the bottom end of their trend line, this is where you want to get involved because you can stop out with very little risk. The risk reward here is just perfect for a nice swing trade. And that's basically, these three trades are all low risk, but high reward. We're getting in at good prices. We're going to cut the loss if the trade doesn't go the way that we want it to pretty quickly. You'll know pretty quickly if these trades are going to work out. So that's Chewy. Now, the last one, number 3, is NEO. Yes, NEO broke out of this trend line. We love the breakout. And if you guys have been watching me enough, we love the retest. The retest held up perfectly. So let's just get into the specifics here with NEO before I get more into the screen. Okay, NEO, current price 50.40, buy zone now. Take profit will be the break of 55 to 56. Our risk management will set a stop loss that will be $48 or just under $48. So if you want to take a screenshot, write it down, jot it down, that's that. And now we're going to share the chart for NEO. Like I said, the breakout, what was resistance here at $48.45? The breakout is now support. So it was resistance here. It's now support. It's also a breakout of the trend line. It got retested and bounced. That's why I like this stock for a swing trade right now. We got the bounce off of this trend line. So let's see if this sets up. It is a little extended off of the 20 EMA. But this is where those low risk trades come in. And that's why I like these 3 setups, because you're going to cut the loss right below the 48.45 level or $48, around there. You want to give it a little room to breathe. But this is such a low risk. You take your stop loss if the trade doesn't go well, and if it doesn't hold up here at 48.45, and if it doesn't hold this trend line, then you cut the trade. The trade is no longer valid at that point. But it's such a good entry. You're not buying all the way up here. We waited for the retracement, and now this is a good area to get in. And the break of the previous high candle here would provide a very nice swing trade. And it already did the retest for us right here. So this is 3 very, very nice looking setups for a swing trade potential, low risk, high reward. Know what you're doing before you get into a trade. A trade plan is so, so important. And as you can see, how I set up the trade plan there is very, very, very specific. And it all started with understanding technical analysis. I would never have been able to notice this stuff if I didn't know how to do technical analysis. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And even if you don't like these 3 picks, maybe you learned a thing or two about how I set up a trade plan, how I cut risk, how I mitigate big losses by setting a specific area where I will cut the trade. So hit the thumbs up for the channel. It helps the channel continue to grow. I can't thank you all enough. And let's see what happens in the market this week. It should be interesting. The market is very bullish, but it's also overbought. Will we see a little pullback? Maybe, maybe not. But I will see you guys all on the next video. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone.